Hello students, hearty welcome to our class. Hope you are all very well. I think you have watched, enjoyed and got an idea about the lesson Painted House, Friendly Chicken and Me. Cover page of our English textbook. Let's have a recapitulation of the lesson before we start today's topic. Painted House, Friendly Chicken and Me. Here we have discussed about Thandi, an 8-year-old girl, and she has shared her views about her best friend, her family, and also about her tribal group. I think you have enjoyed a lot. Reading comprehension. Answer the following questions. Here they have given 8 questions, children, and I also believe that you have collected textbook and material from our school campus. It will be very useful to you and helpful also to place the textbook beside the device at the time of watching the video. And answers for all these questions were given in the material already. After completion of watching this video, read the textbook and then go through the material to understand and remember very easily. Say whether the following statements are true or false. If you have listened and got an idea about the lesson, then you can answer exercise B. See here, children, you have read about the story Painted House, Friendly Chicken and Me. Read the interesting aspects of village shared by Thandi mentioned in the help box. Here they have given an help box. Thandi's best friend, string and sew, penny whistles and bicycles, hand must not shake like a leaf on a tree, Amaphoto and Gabby, pretend to go inside small houses built by father, you must have the pattern inside your head, one can tell all their secrets. This all, did you remember this all, children? Are you able to recap about this when I am reading this? These all we have discussed in the lesson, children. Those phrases only here they have given as hints in the help box to complete the exercise they have given after this. Place the sentences under the right heading. One is done for you. Thandi is a friend chicken. Thandi is painting. Thandi is clothing. Thandi is village games. Under these headings, first one you see Thandi's best friend. Here in the help box they have given you some phrases. And what are they asking you to do? And they have given phrases as well as sentences also, children. If you observe, you will be able to understand. So here they are asking you to fill in the columns. What did they give? Under the right heading. Place the sentences under the right heading. One is done for you. Thandi's best friend. Where should you fill it? Under the heading Thandi's chicken. In the same way, Thandi's painting. What should you fill there, children? Do you know? You must have pattern inside your head. Okay, in this way you have to complete this exercise. Go through the help box, read the heading one more time to get an idea and complete doing this exercise. Vocabulary. Visualize. Text to mind. Read the following sentences taken from the story. Locate the phrases that are highlighted or expressions or part. Visualize. Visualize means what? Picture presentation should be there. You must have the pattern inside your head even before you dip the feather into the paint. Who said these words, children? Thandi said in the lesson, Painted House, Friendly Chicken and Me. Before you start painting on the walls, you have to think about the patterns in your mind. Then only you dip the feather in the paint. Or else no. Here the highlighted part, have the pattern inside your head, means one should visualize or have clear picture before any work. Means you should be crystal clear before you start doing any work. To visualize means to form a picture of someone or something in your mind in order to imagine or remember him, her or it. So visualize means to form a picture. Picture should be there. Where? about any person or thing in your mind in order to imagine or remember him, her, or it. Activity. Visualize the text and draw the picture of it. One is done for you. In the text, I saw a dog. It was big. It was brown in color. It had put its tongue outside. If you observe the picture, whatever points or sentences they have given here, in the same way you have to think in your mind. And here 2 more columns also they have given, children, but here you have to draw there what is there in your mind. You have to present there. See there, I saw a man with a long nose, curly hair, and big toes. He had rings on his fingers and anklets on his feet. In the same way you have to draw the picture there, children. A lovely park with a lake in the middle. Ducks swimming in the lake. Children sailing their paper boats. Based on that you have to draw the picture. And dog picture they have given as a specimen or example. Read the following sentences from the story. I don't know why, but Dibel people do not call anything beautiful. No one's house is as good as my mother's. He tries to get into everybody's business. What can you observe in these 3 sentences? Are you able to find any difference? Or can you notice any difference? Don't, once, everybody's. The highlighted words use apostrophe. Now guess the use of apostrophe. So why do we use apostrophe, children? It is written in a contracted form or short form. Means some of the letters in that word are omitted. To show that we use apostrophe. Apostrophe can be confusing or tricky. However, they aren't difficult to learn. It is not aren't. However, they aren't difficult to learn. Sometimes they form possessives and sometimes they form contractions. Here are some tips to remember. Possessive noun we will tell. Gita's book. Okay, for example, see here, one's house. It shows their possession. It belongs to me or it belongs to one. That one. No one's house is as good as my mother's. Means mother's house. That house belongs to only that mother. Okay. To show possessiveness or possession or ownness. And sometimes they form contractions. Okay. See here they have given rules and regulations. How should you use that apostrophe and where should you use also. For most singular nouns, add apostrophe plus s. Cat, singular form. How should you use the apostrophe there? Cat, you have to keep apostrophe and s. Remember here, children, one more important point I want to tell you. Generally, if you want to write cats, T continuation s you will write. But whenever you are using apostrophe, you should not mix these 2 letters T and S. Separation should be there in the same way. Write CAT, cat, keep apostrophe and separately write S. And again don't mix this S with the T. Okay, observe that point carefully, children. That's the reason I have highlighted or kept the screen a little bit bigger to make you to understand very easily. It will be very useful. Keep the textbook also beside you. Then only you will be able to understand. Again about the same topic we will discuss in your grammar and more also. In the same way, students' books, manager's room. These all they have given in a singular noun form. See second one, for most plural nouns, add only an apostrophe. Plural nouns, what did they give? Cats. At the end we will mention apostrophe. If you are mentioning the apostrophe at last, then what should you remember or understand? That is plural form. That is plural form. See, same words they have used here. In the first example they have given singular nouns and in the second example they have given plural nouns. That is only the variation. Better you underline singular noun and plural noun in your textbook with the pencil, which will be useful to revise very quickly. The manager's room means many managers are there. Apostrophe for contractions. A contraction is a shortened form of a word or group of words that a contraction is a shortened form of a word or group of words that omits. See here children, group of words they have given in brackets. That omits certain letters or sounds. In a contraction, an apostrophe represents missing letters. So, what was represented by apostrophe? Missing letters are represented by apostrophe. He would, he'd. Pronunciation is a he'd, contracted form. I have, I've. They are, their, their. See children, THERE there and THEY contracted form and RE same pronunciation. Okay, do you know about homophones? Words that sound the same but have different meaning and are spelled differently. Means same pronunciation will be there but meaning and spelling both will be different. Such kind of nouns or such kind of words are known as homophones. These kind of words comes under the category homophones. There, THEY apostrophe RE, shortened form or contracted form of they are. You cannot, you can't. Write the contraction for each pair of words. For example, should not, shouldn't. Now, until now we have discussed about contracted forms or short forms. Related to that, they have given exercise children. Remember, some letters will be omitted to write contractions. That you have to remember very carefully to answer the exercise A. Complete each sentence. Write the possessive form of the noun given in the brackets. See, baby. The baby's doll means apostrophe S will be added. That you remember carefully to answer this exercise correctly. What is a contraction? This is the definition of contraction children. A contraction is a shortened form of a word that omits certain letters or sounds. In most contractions, an apostrophe represents the missing letters. The most common contractions are made up of verbs, auxiliaries or modals attached to other words. Do you know children, auxiliary verbs or helping verbs? Okay, is, are, were, was, auxiliary verbs. What are modals? Do you know? Will, may. Those comes under modal verbs. These all in a detailed manner we will discuss about in the verbs children in our grammar and more. Just for the sake of getting an idea very clearly to answer these exercises well, I have placed this slide also. List of contractions children. Go through this, you will get an idea. Or not, aren't, can't, couldn't, didn't, not didn't, doesn't, don't, hasn't, haven't, isn't. Okay, go through these also children, you will get an idea. Perfect tenses. Generally, simple perfect tenses are of three kinds. Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. About these perfect tenses we learn in your tenses chapter. Tenses are of three kinds: present tense, past tense and future tense. Again, each tense, present tense, is divided into 4 types. Okay, in those 4 types, perfect tense is also one in all the 3 tenses. Okay. Now, why are we discussing about this? They have given in your textbook about a present perfect tense. For making you to get an idea, I am telling you this all. Perfect tenses show actions already completed or completely done in the past. Okay, these tenses are also called simple perfect tenses. Now, you have to remember the point already completed as we are dealing with the present perfect tense. And here they have given a structure of perfect tense. And which kind of tense we are dealing now? Present perfect tense. These tenses are easy to identify as the verb phrase consists of has, have or had as helping verbs with a verb in past participle form. Always remember children, has or have or had plus a past participle form. If you are able to recognize and remember this, you never make mistakes related to perfect tenses. See here, has finished, have done. These two will use in present perfect tense. Had forgotten. This will be used in past perfect tense. That you have to remember. Okay. Third person singular form, plural form. So has and have are used only in present perfect tense. Had is used in past perfect tense. That difference, if you are able to understand children, mistakes will not at all come. Present perfect tense. About this only they have mentioned in our textbook in this lesson. We use the present perfect tense to talk about an action that was completed at an unspecified or indefinite time in the past. Okay, it is a recently completed action. Just now, recently. We don't know the time. Present perfect tense. We use the present perfect tense to talk about an action that was completed at an unspecified or indefinite time in the past. Has or have plus a past participle form of the verb. This is the structure children. You have to remember it. They have given an example also here. I have seen this movie earlier. See, saw, seen. Verb forms children. See. Present tense. Saw. Past tense. Past participle form is seen. I have seen this movie earlier. Okay children, that is the brief introduction related to present perfect tense to make you understand very easily. Already you have learnt about this in your previous class also. If you observe the topics whatever we are learning, you have learnt about those already in your previous class. Now little bit more knowledge you're getting comparing to previous class. That should be observed by you very carefully. Okay, don't think that this is a strange topic. Let's consider the following sentences from the text which denote just completed actions. Just completed actions. Okay, you have to remember that. Means just completed actions. They did not mention the time. Just now it is completed or recently completed. You have to understand. She has started to teach me to paint good. Very good designs. I have enjoyed telling you about my village. These actions are said to be in present perfect tense. Have or has plus past participle. Structure of present perfect tense. We have seen in previous slides also. Here are some more examples of the present perfect tense. Bobby has eaten the breakfast. They have called the police. Has she painted the wall? They have underlined the present perfect tense indicated words children. Okay, that has to be observed by you. The present perfect tense is used for unfinished actions with stative verbs and finished actions with a focus on present situation. And here they have given positive form related to present perfect tense. How can you write the present perfect tense sentences in positive form? I have played. The same sentence how can you write in contracted form? I played. You have worked. Okay, he has written. She has walked. It has rained. We have travelled. They have studied. Immediately observe the contracted form also. You will be able to get an idea how to write the contracted form also. Negative form. Always remember negative form. Immediately after auxiliary or helping verb, not should be added. Okay. Between have and past participle form, not should be added or not will be added. Okay. I have not eaten. Between have and eaten, not is added. In the same way, how should you write negative short form or negative contracted form? You have not been to America. You haven't been to America. He has not seen. He hasn't seen. She has not played. She hasn't played. It has not gone. It hasn't gone. We have not danced. We haven't danced. Haven't. Note. Contracted forms are used in spoken form not in written form. That also you have to remember, children. If you use contracted forms in writing, it comes under informal way. Just for the sake of getting an idea, they have mentioned here. Fill in the blanks with the present perfect form of the verb. One is done for you. Here they have given an exercise related to present perfect tense. You have to fill in the blanks with the present perfect form. If you observe, they have given clues in the bracket also, children. Have or has should be added. Along with that, past participle form should be added. They have given here. See, I have not worked today. In the same way, what should you do? Answer rest of the fill in the blanks also in this exercise. Writing. Read the passage from the narrative or story. Write a dialogue. Hello stranger friend. I am Thandi and Dibelgard in South Africa. I am 80 years old and my best friend is a chicken. You may laugh at that, but when I tell my friend secrets, she can talk all she wants, but no one can understand her except another chicken. Of course. My chicken not only listens to my stories, she has other uses. If you play with her and take her mind off what's going on, you can very quickly, snatch a feather or two when she is distracted. She doesn't notice and the feathers will come in handy later. Of course. Okay, about this we have already learnt in the lesson. Why did they give this? Based on this, you have to complete the conversation. So what should you do, children? You have to complete the conversation. Thandi. Hello stranger friend. Stranger friend. Hello, what is your name? So based on the above passage, you have to complete the conversation. And I will also give you one more clue to complete this exercise very easily. Not only based on this passage, children, this passage knowledge will not be sufficient to answer the conversation. What did they ask here? You should have thorough knowledge about lesson. Painted house, friendly chicken and me. Then only you will be able to complete the conversation. So, before you start answering this exercise in your textbook, go through the lesson carefully and then start answering. Answer in your textbook with the pencil. Then there will be possibility to correct the mistakes. Please follow the guidelines carefully, children. Informal letter. Okay, here they have given about informal letter. What is meant by informal letter? Do you know? Letters are of two kinds, children. Formal letter, informal letter. Here in the textbook they have given about informal letter. Let us know what is meant by informal letter. Informal letters are exchange of information between people who know each other very well, like parents, friends and other family members. Okay, by this what can you understand? Informal letters are written to known people with whom we have good familiarity, with whom we'll have with the parents, friends and other members of our family. They are written to share personal information, make requests, give advice, offer gratitude, apologize or to ask something or permission. For these reasons we will write informal letter, children. Here they have given you a letter. Read the letter written to a friend describing the beauty of her village and the people living in it. Here they have given a letter about describing the village. Once if you go through the letter, you will get an idea, children. Follow the pattern also. How did they write? Those all you follow very carefully. Then you will get an idea. Okay. And they have given you here homework also, or work that has to be done by you after going through the letter. What did they give in the textbook? Now imagine your Gayatri and write a reply letter describing the village or locality you live in. So you have read the letter. Okay, written by Razia. Now you should write a letter to Razia. Who should write? Gayatri. As Razia has written letter to Gayatri. One more letter also they have given here, children. Write a letter to Thandi describing similarities and differences between yours and her hopes, likes, dislikes, and her games, so that you may become good friends. So that what happens, children? You may become good friends. So you should write a letter to Thandi. Language function. Introduce yourself or self-introduction. So this will be done in the class in the first day of our school. Okay. So here as talking time they have given this exercise, children. Go through this and answer this also about your town or village. Okay. How old are you? How many members will be there in your family? In which school you are studying? About your favorite subject, hobbies. What will you do in your free time? Likes and dislikes, favorite food or drink. Why do you study English? Okay, what is your aim? And if you observe below this exercise, they have given you help box related to sports, hobbies, jobs. Okay, you can use these options to fill in the blanks in the exercise self-introduction. Other than these, if you have anything related to these, you can mention those also. Okay, answer very neatly. Language function, introducing others. Just now, we have learnt about self-introduction or introducing self. Okay, now how will you introduce your friends to others? You have learnt how to introduce yourself. Now introduce your friend to your class using the hints given. Okay, how will you do that? Hello friends, this is, he or she is from, he or she is in, his or her favorite subject is. Okay, answer this also. Now listen to the following story. Ubuntu. An anthropologist. Who is an anthropologist? What will he do? Someone who scientifically studies humans and their customs, beliefs and relationships. Created a game for the African tribal children. He placed a basket of sweets near a tree and made the children stand 100 meters away. Then he announced that whoever reaches first would get all the sweets in the basket. So, an anthropologist here, they did not mention the name, children. So, we'll call him as anthropologist only with his profession name. Okay, what did he do? He has created a great game for whom? African tribal children. And what is that game? Okay, in that game, he placed a basket of sweets near a tree and asked the children to stand 100 meters away. And who reaches first, they'll get all the sweets in the basket. And then he has explained about this game to that African tribal children. And then what did he do? Ready, study, go. And then what happened? These children held each other's hands, ran together towards the tree, divided the sweets equally among themselves, ate the sweets and enjoyed it. When the anthropologist asked them why they did so, they answered Ubuntu, which meant, how can one be happy when the others are sad? That's the reason we all want to win. So we have held our hands and ran together. So everyone will win then and everyone will be happy. I am because we are. Ubuntu in their language means I am because we are. Let all of us always have this attitude and spread happiness wherever we go. So you should also cultivate this habit, children. And you have to answer the questions they have given based on the story. Tom paints the fence. Very good story, children. You have to read it yourself. Try to understand. You will enjoy a lot. I am very sure you enjoy a lot. And answer the questions they have given there. Here they have given about the author. The author of the story is Mark Twain. They have given details also. And meanings of the difficult words, questions, and multiple choice questions. You have to answer this all after completion of reading and getting an idea about the story. Fun time. You will have fun by having those all. Project. You have read the story My Painted House, My Friendly Chicken and Me. You might have understood how Thandi enjoyed telling you about her village, her hopes, her mother, her brother, the beads, the painted house, and her good friend, the chicken. Now, collect information regarding your family, friends, home, village, locality, traditions, and culture, and make a picture gallery with your paintings, art, and craft. Okay, you can do this project, children. You will enjoy a lot. And check points, how far you are able to understand. You have to fill these all columns after completion of reading the lesson, getting an idea about that, and completion of doing textual exercises also. Then only you should answer these checkpoints. Thank you. Have a nice day, children.